Hey guys, welcome back to PLT Behind Closed Doors. I hope you've all had the most amazing Christmases. Now today we have got an extra special episode for you where we're going to be rounding up some of our favourite moments from the podcast this year, including some exclusive behind the scenes content that's never been heard or seen before. Now, I think it's fair to say 2020 hasn't been the year that any of us had planned. But taking it back to pre-COVID times, we recorded one of our favourite episodes ever. It was our Valentine's special with Olivia and Alex Bowen. Their story on how they met in the villa and when they said I love you for the first time was the cutest thing ever. I honestly can't deal. Let's take a look at that right now.
Yeah, I'll seen Liv's bum first before I see her face.
It's usually how I enter.
Yeah. No, what
Walking in backwards.
I think they actually showed it because I said it did I go on with James. Sorry, James.
Sorry, James.
Sorry, James.
We can cut that if you want.
Okay, cut that.
No,
yeah.
don't. It's fine.
No, it's fine.
We'll keep that in.
No, I feel
Keep it
bad.
in.
Okay. Yeah, so I went in with James and I did actually say, Olivia's arse is all right. That was the first thing
You
I
said
said.
it's all right.
No, because it was like for a big glass of
playing
it.
it cool, I
and
guess.
it was like
Trying to
so
be cool.
far. Yeah, I was trying to be like
Okay.
that little
I remember
guy.
when you came in because you were the two new boys, and I think Scott Thomas knew who you were because he followed you on Instagram.
No, I met Scott before that anyway. So.
Oh, had you?
Yeah, we already met.
Yeah, we saw them from the bedroom. They had this huge glass window in the villa that we were in, and they were just laying there on these lounges. And obviously when a new guy comes in, or I was so single at the time, you just get so excited and buzzed just from new people coming in as well.
Yeah.
You just used to get so excited. And I remember we was jumping on the beds, weren't we?
Yeah.
I think I had my eye mask on. And then we got our bikinis on, strutting downstairs.
No, because I remember he's jumping on the beds and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Because they put music on,
Yeah.
and then I think Sophie noticed one of us, and then everyone just went,
Yeah.
and then that was it. And then
But
they
I don't remember particularly I thought you were really hot, but I didn't particularly fancy you because
I thought there was going to be a butt then. I was like, "What?"
No, but I don't remember initially thinking I'm gonna fall in love with this person love at first sight. I don't know if that's a thing.
Save there. Okay.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I thought you said you were going to say you don't fancy me at first. I was gonna say,
No,
what?
I did fancy you, but I was also so guarded from guys.
Yeah.
I didn't want to even risk talking to anyone, and we kind of played it cool. I think Love Island made it look like we were getting closer quicker than we actually did.
Really?
Because I remember for a good week, we were trying to play it really cool. We were trying to be mates. Friends with benefits, we were trying to play it cool. So, and I remember people thinking that we were really, really close at the start, but I think because I was so hurt in the past and had a lot of trust issues at the start, we were trying to sort of just stay back from each other and try not to catch feelings. And in the end, obviously, we did. It just took a long time to trust each other, didn't it?
Liv caught him first, didn't you?
No,
Nah, I caught
he
him
said
first.
I love you first.
I was about to say, didn't you say I love you first?
Yeah, but
Did
he
you know the
lied about
story?
it.
But then Olivia, you didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, for anyone that doesn't know, what a great story. For anyone that doesn't know, tell us a story.
Okay, let me set the scene. Okay,
I'm ready.
so it's the Love Island final. They're like, "We're 20 seconds from being on air," and I'm just like, "Okay," and I was scared, and I just hugged her, and I was just like, "I'm so scared." She's like, "You'll be fine." I went, "I love you," and she went, "What?" And she went, "No, but she was talking to someone else." And then she went, "What?" And I went, "Nothing." And then it was about a month later, she said, she said, "Can I tell you something?" It was like, "I love you." But I could have said that I've already said it first. But I
Yeah,
let
but
her
you
think
didn't
that she
admit
did.
it for ages.
So wait, you genuinely didn't hear it though?
No, she didn't.
No,
hear me.
I honestly did not hear it.
No, but I said it naturally. That's when I was
It just
like,
came out.
"Oh, that must be legit."
So
stuff.
did you know in that moment there, you're like, yeah,
Yeah,
this is it.
that was when I knew, and I was just like, "Oh."
And then when
okay.
we come out, I did the most Essex girl thing ever. I told him I loved him in sheesh. So
There you go. That's where it all happens. That's where the magic happens in
I remember
Essex.
saying it, and I was like, "Can I tell you something?" I was so scared to tell you that I loved you. So scared.
It was cute though, because she was like, "Can I tell you something?" And then she was like, "Is it okay if I tell you something?" She's like, "I love you." And I was
I
like,
actually love this.
But I said it back straight away, so I
Yeah.
didn't I
so
wasn't,
you did
I
say
wasn't
back?
horrible. I wasn't saying
Yeah, you
I just
can't.
never let her know that I said it first originally.
Not for
until
3 months.
A while.
So when did you actually tell her? How did it come out that you were like, actually, I said I love you first?
It
I
was
think
ages.
I think I was drunk, to be honest, and you only get a little bit emotional, and I was just like, "Liv, I've got to tell you something," and I just spilled the
I
beans.
couldn't
Yeah,
believe
tone
it.
up.
I actually couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was like, as if you've made me think that I was the one that said it first. When all
Oh
along
my
it's you.
god. Oh my god, what a couple. I'm literally obsessed with those two. Now, taking it from powerful couples to powerful females, this year we recorded a special episode for International Women's Day where we featured some of PLT's top female bosses to help inspire and encourage you guys at home. Let's take a listen to that episode now.
And I'd been at quite a corporate style-ish company before I came to PLT. And when I came to PLT, I literally walked in and the music would be blasting. You literally couldn't think. And I walked in.
You actually couldn't think. No one was thinking, to be fair. We're all just like messing about.
I think everyone was making it up as they went along, literally. And I walked in on this day and thought, what have I done here? Seriously. And every Friday at that point, Omi used to kind of reward us / bribe us.
Bribe.
To do a certain level of sales. So he'd be like, you can, if you do X amount of sales, then I'll get you all a blow dry, or you can get your makeup done for the night out.
Or you're going to say something else then. What? Bloody hell.
Yeah, if you do the sales, Jem will give you a blow dry. Dry.
So yeah, this one Friday, he'd said, do whatever sales you needed to do. I can't remember the number at the time. And I'll get you all pizza. So we all had Domino's pizza. And this one was chasing Jason, who's kind of one of our drivers / does a little bit of everything, round the room with pizza and throwing it at him. And she fell over, split her pants, and had no underwear on.
Oh my God, Jem,
So
It's a normal Friday.
That was my first day.
Underwear's not your thing.
Oh no.
Ever.
Oh no. Well, I just feel like what a waste of money. No one sees it.
It's all about the outside. It's all about the outfit.
I mean,
clearly.
I can show you if you want. No, I'm not joking. After the podcast, after hours. I'm not joking. Oma will be the first to say that I'm far too old to work here now. I'm long in the tooth.
Yeah, we all are.
You know, like, I haven't got a clue what the
kids
kids want these days. You know, I'm not down with the kids. But actually, I've got a team full of people that are down with the kids. And actually, they can let me know. So don't worry about it.
No, Gemma,
Down
you're
with the
fully
kids.
down with the kids.
You
hon.
are.
You are.
I think that is a relevant point though, because that is something that we've tried to bring in. Like, we're constantly looking for new young people that aren't necessarily experienced or trained in certain areas to come in and give us new ideas, because I know
They're
you
the
joke,
customer.
but we are actually getting on a little bit now. So, you know, I didn't know what TikTok was before it came out. Like, those sort of things, we need to be educated by younger people on.
And
or
I'm
else
not
we
in the
won't
club
know.
on a Saturday night, and I don't know
Not
what
anymore.
people wear in the club. You know, I'm at home,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the nightwear section, that's me.
Yeah.
I can tell you what jammers are working because I'm wearing them. But that little black dress that the people want every weekend, I don't know.
In the club, oh my God, guys, let me tell you, I will never be leaving that club again until at least 5 a.m. That is fact. But seriously, how incredible was that episode? If you're looking for a bit of inspo for the new year, that is definitely the app you should go back and listen to for all of those motivational feels, okay? Now, speaking of inspirational women, back in October, Irene TTYA took over our podcast for a 4-part Black History Month special, where she was joined by YouTube sensation Nella Rose. The Black Lives Matter movement has been something that we want to support and stand by, and it's important to keep that conversation going. Hearing what Nella has faced has been an eye-opener for us all, so we thought it's important to take a look back at that episode.
My purpose in life is to take my pain and transform it into like a safe haven for other people. So now, whenever people lose their parents, they always come to me and they'll DM me and they'll be like, oh my God, Nella, you know, I've just lost this person, I've just lost that person, but seeing you carrying on is keeping me going. So I just feel like this is now my purpose in life. I don't feel like God has put me through anything that I can't handle. Do you know what I mean? So it's like he's kind of like using me and using my story to help other people. That's just how I see my life now. I see my life as like a purpose. Like, I have a purpose, and the reason why all these bad things are happening to me is for me to help other people. And I'll be compensated in different ways and in different avenues and in different streams. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's just the way it is. Yeah.
And
So that's
and
how
for
I
me,
deal with
probably
it.
this is coming from my heart to you, is that I've got 10 years plus on you, you know, and I think it's important for me to even reach out and say that I'm so inspired by you. You're my junior, but you're beautiful, you're talented, and even when I see you when I watch what you're doing, you're inspiring like a next generation of women to feel confident within herself, to know who she is, to vocalize how she's feeling. And I think that's really something that's, especially in the Black community, really enlightening to see. And I think it's my responsibility to always let you new gen know that we're also, as your big sisters, we're here for you. So if there's even a time where you don't know what you want to do, or there's things that you're not quite sure about, or you're struggling, there's us who are your older gen that are here to support you. And I feel that that's really important. Of course, that's really important on a personal one for me to note, because I don't feel like we have enough of these discussions within our communities. And just letting everybody know that, sis, I got you. You know, if there's anything that you need, I got you.
Our parents, they were living life back in the day. If they wanted to hear some bad news, they had to physically go and collect the paper. Do you know what I mean? They had to physically turn on the radio. Now it's like, I'm on my phone, I'm seeing an alert on Twitter. Oh, something is trending, this, that, and I'm just being fed with information that just... Constantly. It's just like, you know, with anxiety, it's like when you feel like you can't get on top of things and things are just going to collapse. In this social media, people feel like, especially when you've got a presence on social media, they feel like, you know what, I need to stay relevant. You know, this whole stay relevant thing, like, I need to stay relevant. You know, if I go for like 2-3 months and I come back, it's going to be a new person. People are not going to care about me. So what? So what? Like, people put social media before their mental health sometimes, and I feel like that's an extremely toxic trait that our generation has just adopted like it was normal. In every job, they have annual leave, right? So why can't influencers take 3 months off? It's fine.
Yeah.
So
your advice would be detach yourself.
Detach.
Detach.
I remember, I do this all the time. I'll just delete Twitter. I'm still on there. Delete Twitter, delete Instagram, open Netflix. Just for like 3 days straight, and then they'll be like, "Are you still there?" Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just detaching. I don't want to hear anything else. I want to watch my Twilight. Yeah,
that's it.
Twilight, Breaking Dawn, New Moon, everything. Just leave me alone. Yeah.
No, but I respect that, and I respect knowing when to turn off as well. Is it also important? Like not feeling like you have to take on the world's problems or the world's issues on your shoulders.
Online. We're online 24/7.
Constantly.
Even on WhatsApp, the minute I click the app, you're telling all my contacts that I'm online. Maybe I want to be offline. Like, have you thought about that? Leave me alone.
Isn't Nella amazing, guys? I learned so much from those 4 episodes for Black History Month. So if you did miss any, make sure you go back and catch yourselves up. Now, last month, I was joined by the incredible Olivia Attwood, where she told us all about the reaction she got when she joined Towie and how she became the confident woman she is today.
Towie is reality, but I think it's like semi-structured reality. Is that the kind of way to word it? And that I think took me a little while to adjust, because also it's such a big cast. You could have a moment, have a scene that you could be there for like 3 hours doing this, like having this conversation with someone, but obviously because they've got to tell all these stories, they can only show 5 minutes. And it's up to them what 5 minutes they show. So I think that for me, almost like when I did it and then watching the episode, I was like, oh, that was a bit like, I was a bit naive to thinking my story is going to get told every single week. Because it's like, well, no, it's not, because they've got to tell everyone's story. Do you know what I mean? So that was a little bit of a wake up call for me.
I couldn't imagine actually sitting and watching something back to back, because I feel like you would just pick yourself to pieces, wouldn't you?
Pick yourself to pieces, and it's hard because it's like, it's like you watch a scene and then it cuts, and then you be thinking, oh no, more happens.
There's more.
Wait, so that's not the end of it.
Like, this is not what I did.
That's what I'm doing. They're like, Liv, we can't take these calls from you 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, you left out the best bit.
Fuck, I think that's interesting what you said. Like, with a cast like that, I guess that everybody involved in a show like that is probably like confident, loud, bubbly people. So I guess everyone is kind of wanting their stories to be told.
100%. And then I think, I feel like Love Islanders in general, I feel like everyone that's been on the show will feel a little bit, we come with this like, I don't know, it's almost like a bit of baggage. It's like, I feel like people either love it or they hate it. So either sometimes it opens doors for you, because everyone's like, some brands and some shows are like, Love Island, yes, let's book her. Yeah. And others are like, no, hate it. So there's quite a contrast there. And then I think it goes the same with like peers in our industry. It's like, some are like, oh my God, yes, like Liv's joining the show, she'd be great for the show. And then others are like, have been doing Towie for like 10 years. And they think, well, who's this kid? She's been on one show and thinks she's like big time. Do you know what I mean? Then they meet you with like hostility, so it's quite like interesting to see the different reactions for people. Definitely. And it definitely was split. It was definitely like half were like really gassed and half were like, it looked like I've like pissed in their coffee when I turned up. I was like,
do you think you've always been that confident person?
No, it's crazy. No, like my mum, well, we filmed like episode 1 of my show that went out. We touched on it briefly. I was chatting to my mum at a dinner, and she was talking about what I was like when I was younger. It's really strange. Like, so out of my siblings, when I was younger, I was like the one that was, holding onto my mum's trousers, like standing behind her, would always cry on the first day of school, like, like summer camps and things like that. Like I would refuse to get out of the car. My sister who's younger than me, would just get out and stroll off. Like I was very, it wasn't even like lack of confidence, because once I got in front of people that I knew, I was confident. It was like, I was nervous and I was a very like anxious child for not really any particular reason, just like my genetic makeup. My mum is like really confident, really fierce, like proper alpha female. And I always looked to her to be like, I want to be more like her, but I couldn't kind of like, it took me a long way into my teens to kind of find that. She definitely helped me. Like I wanted to sort of, when I was even like the age of like sort of like 12, 13, 14, I would be like, like in a restaurant or something, if I wanted something, I'd be like, Mum, like I want blah. And she'd be like, no, you asked for it. And I'd be like, no, you asked for it. Or like if my food is wrong, I'd be like, I don't like this. She'd be like, well, you say it. Like try and push me to like find my voice. And then I found it. And she was like, what have I fucking done? What have I done?
What a babe. I love that episode so much. We have so many confident women on the podcast, but it's incredible to see that not everybody is born that way. And sometimes you can just grow into your own. Now to end the show, this year has not been easy for any of us. And it definitely wasn't for our behind closed doors crew. Let me tell you that. I don't think any of us could have imagined how difficult remote recording would actually be. And there is definitely a lot that you guys don't see or hear at home. So here is the reality of it. Lovely clap to begin.
That was a really good one. Like, when they asked me to sit, I'm like...
My claps are not. I think it's the rings.
That's like a crocodile clap. I love that. It's like a crocodile.
Yeah, although it's just not a very effective crocodile.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I think the connection. You can hear me now. Shall I say that again? Is it okay your end? Yeah? That's just going to get everyone excited for what's next.
Oh no. It's COVID. Just blame everything on COVID.
Sis, I can't hear you. I think she did. Just give me a minute.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
I'm back. Now, when you, I wasn't sure whether we had a delay then.
Oh God, it's like, okay, yeah.
We're so close. I think they've got a little beeping.
Oh.
Some alarm went off.
I guess an alarm went off.
We've got an alarm going off, guys. Do you think in any way then it prepared you for what you're about to embark on?
How unprofessional. I've got my phone.
That's just Olivia's phone.
Like,
she's a busy
Sorry,
girl.
guys.
It's absolutely fine. Oh, sorry, we just had a really large bang there.
I didn't hear it.
Did you hear that? It's like somebody fell on the roof. We're gonna go one more time. All the audio girls are looking at me like, whoa, that was loud.
I'm literally just going to pause you because you've asked a question. Somebody just knocked at the door.
Oh yeah, don't worry, that's fine.
We were supposed to be in Manchester, but because Miss Rona wants to come back.
Just blame it on COVID. She froze again.
Just
Can you just tell me beautiful.
check they're looking right.
Cool.
I hope they're looking right.
They are looking beautiful.
Please. I also do the same thing. So before an interview, I always go through with someone else, and I'm like, right, pretend to be Kelly. So my poor boyfriend sits and pretends to be Kelly.
Does he have the hair?
And as much as I go through
it,
he does not have your hair, babes. Unfortunately, honestly, he's lacking in that area compared to you. Was it that moment when you started taking beauty pictures, and the pictures with? I've completely forgotten her name. What's her name? Wait, I'm gonna say it. I remembered.
It's like every time I lose my words, it's like I want to speak French, but I can't speak French. I have to say it in English.
To be fair, I was like, Nat, you need to take a breather. You've just not shut up for about 5 seconds then. That was a long sentence from me. But yeah, like I really mean it.
Getting an Oscar award for, I was like, oh.
And the Oscar goes to... Are we good? Have we wrapped? Yay! What do we need to do now? Honestly, after this year, I never want to do another Zoom call again. I don't think I could deal with many more technical difficulties. For now, it's time for us to start celebrating what I hope is going to be a much better new year for us all and get that Prosecco open. All that's left to say is Happy New Year from everybody at PLT, and thank you for sticking with us during such testing times. We hope this podcast has brought a little light to your 2020. We'll be back in January with some amazing guests, some amazing content, and all of that tea, honey. So get ready. It's going to be a great new year. Happy New Year when it comes, and we will see you in January.